No, it says off.
Live yet.
That was close.
We're live? Yeah, we're live. Hey guys, we are live and we have no plans at all. Hiko and I have not discussed anything. I don't even have the air conditioner on. Let's see. Put that on. Get some air moving in
you
here.
You don't need air conditioning with that shirt on.
Say again?
With that shirt, you don't need air conditioning.
And let me go turn off the sound on that video because I think it's on. Oh, it's not on yet. Okay. It's going to be on in
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Really?
I got to close that window.
Or you just
I got 25 windows open here. Just a second. Where's that window? Before Hiko yells at me for having the window open with the sound on. Let's see. Where is it? There you are.
Right here.
Okay, yeah, I guess we're okay. I don't see that. Yeah. Hey guys, 11 people watching. all the loyals, right? Mata guy. Hey, good morning. Frederick from Switzerland.
Yep.
Hi Naka. Some other people who are not commenting yet, but that's cool. Okay, there we go. I see Hiko's there too. DRM, 3 old dudes. Oh man, I always miss his show, man.
Yeah, well, we don't have much time in our lives. I only have basically the hour before this, and usually I used to edit videos on Saturday nights, and I don't now because there's just so.
And your son is much more active than my son. My big chore is putting him to sleep right before this. So.
Yeah. Oh no, but that's right. I've only got the time between putting him to sleep and the starting. So yeah.
What time does your son go to sleep?
About 8. Oh, no, actually, no, sorry. He goes to sleep about 8:30. Tonight was later than that, but yeah.
Yeah, that's about right. But today was a little bit later.
Yeah.
Today's my wife's birthday, so we went out for dinner.
Oh. Happy birthday to her.
And she's usually asleep by now, but she's up enjoying a drink in front of the television. She got used to non-alcoholic drinks when she was pregnant, so now she just stays on that.
Yeah.
I was non-alcoholic for a while, but I'm back. Someone complained. I made a video. It's funny. I made a video just yesterday, and I said I talked about. I don't know if I'm sure you haven't seen it yet, but I talked about I got a letter about a guy who's married and he's miserably married in Japan to a Japanese woman.
I saw that you put that video up. I saw the title. And
it's not about anyone we know, Hiko, but not about me or you or anybody we know. But in it someone wrote maybe. Well, I mentioned that I think I've talked to you about this, Hiko. You'll be surprised that I mentioned this on camera. I mentioned that I thought that there was a member of my family and my wife who do not respect me, and I've actually verbalized this to them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the fact that I've said that doesn't mean that it's true. And I also said that we've talked, we've had a lot of talks since then, and everything's much better, but a lot of people seem to fixate on that.
Mm-hmm.
And assume it's because I drink whiskey every night, which reminded me that I haven't had whiskey in like a month. Yeah, so to celebrate that comment,
yes,
I went out and got this Paddington House. Oh, Haddington House, not Paddington. Haddington House.
Paddington's the beer. The beer. If he was on whiskey, that would change.
My first drink of whiskey, in a while. I wouldn't say a month, maybe 3 weeks. So this is for the person who thinks that people don't respect me because of whiskey. But what's funny is that if you drink whiskey every night, I don't think that would have any bearing on how much people respect you in Japan. What do you think?
No, just drinking that alone, depending on what you do with it. By the way, you ate green like crazy.
Oh, am I? Headphones? Oh.
Yeah.
All right. No worries. Let me get on there. I'll get on there.
Yeah, I can hear myself feeding back into the mic.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. Actually, I don't drink that often because my missus doesn't drink, and I don't drink by myself. But the other night, I just started a new job.
Yeah, I lost the sound. Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh. I've completely lost the sound.
Well, that's okay.
I can't hear anything.
You don't have to talk to yourself when I'm saying something. I think I'm just going to have to wait until you hear sound.
Hello?
Yes, hello.
God damn it.
Well,
this work. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello? Sorry, Hiko, give me a second here. I'm sure you're cursing at me, but I can't hear you. I can't enjoy the cursing right now.
Yeah.
Let's see. That doesn't work. It doesn't work. Built-in output? No. Now I'm back. I got the headphone. I put back the settings, but it doesn't work anymore. Let me just.
Can you hear me?
Oh.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, but now it's going through the speakers, so we're going to get the same result.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't hear
Say
anything.
something. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Oh, okay. There we go. We're set.
Yeah.
Say something. Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
So your wife doesn't drink, so that's why you don't drink?
Well, it's one of the. I don't drink by myself, so I don't have that much cause to drink. But
I drink for the camera usually. I drink with the camera, so I'm sharing a drink usually with the camera.
Well, you spend a lot of time with the camera though, so that constitutes a pretty substantial.
You're not helping the haters, man.
I'm sorry, I am helping the haters. Well, that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to help.
You are helping them.
I help everybody. I help the lovers and the haters. I'm just a hopeful person.
I think it's in the West, the alcohol abuse is. I think people are really prone to it. I mean, people are prone to yell racism, alcohol abuse quickly when just one glass of whiskey.
Well, and I know that you were drinking white whiskey there, and I'm not going to read anything into that, but that looks like racist alcoholism to me.
It is racist.
So the point I was just getting to was I actually drank for the first time in a long time, in weeks. I drank on Friday. There was so I was planning on. I'm trying to set up my new routine with exercise, and I've just started a new job. And
are you going to talk about that?
Well, no, I won't say any details about what the job is. I'll just say I've started a new job.
But when he's dead, you'll tell us. We'll see something in the newspaper.
When I quit the job, I'll talk about old jobs. I just don't talk about current jobs. So I can start talking about what I've been doing for the last 5 years. No, I'm not.
Really? Cool.
So that'll change. But anyway, so I've got to set up this new routine. So I thought I'd just, Friday, I'd get out a little bit early, and I've got to figure out when I can go to the gym now. So I thought I'd go kickboxing. And just as I was going out, I was told, oh, there's a welcome party for you. Come up. And immediately I was given a beer and some pizza. And the pizza was quite good. So I had like 4 pieces and a beer. And then I kind of said, I got to go. And I was just thinking, man, I'm going to get fat again if I get back into working and sitting on my ass all day and not exercising.
You got in really good shape. I'm impressed with your kickboxing videos.
Oh no, it's good. I'm as light as I've been since I was like 20.
How much do you weigh now?
79.
Jesus Christ!
No, Hiko. Nothing.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, so
okay. Really, 79. That's the weight, almost the weight I came to Japan. I was at 79, but I'm a bit shorter than you are. So
yeah,
you're thin. You're really skinny. That's all from kickboxing, huh?
Pretty much, yeah. So I kind of felt like, well, I'd only been to the gym once that week, and I had to go at least twice. So, but the problem was that I was feeling the beer a bit, and I just had 4 pieces of pizza, and it's not,
You felt one beer?
Well, I didn't feel the beer so much, but I felt the pizza.
Oh well, 4 pieces is a lot.
Yeah, and a can of beer, and you don't go to the gym after like within half an hour of a can of beer.
There's no point. Just give in.
But
into the evil.
But the thing is, it's kind of intense. I actually usually sweat about 800 grams to a kilogram in about 40 minutes workout, and that sort of sweat just coming off.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I went along, and it was. I tell you, there was one moment where I was worried something might come out, but no, I held it all in and was able to do it. But it was a mistake. So yes, I don't know.
You actually went?
I went. It was funny actually. I was wondering what would happen. I think I actually punched better after a can of beer. I discovered
that's because you were drunk.
Well, yeah, I lost.
You weren't drunk. You weren't drunk on a beer.
I wasn't drunk, but you do lose your inhibition slightly, right? You do throw yourself into a little bit more.
I see.
I was punching like someone who just had a beer and started punching people. It was kind of which I haven't done before, so it was kind of exciting.
What is the woman, I should say, who plays? I think Psylocke in the X-Men movie. Do you know?
I don't know.
Well, she is an Daily Show reporter.
Yeah.
And she hates exercise, and I don't know if it's true now, but she says that she exercises drunk. She drinks while she exercises because she hates it so much.
That's not a good idea.
I don't know if it's true.
And I don't plan to repeat what I did, although it was kind of fun. But no, it wasn't. It wasn't a good idea. But this is the thing. In a way,
I've always wanted to try that. I thought, what if I exercised and drank every day, like at the same time?
Try light beer rather than a whiskey.
I like to do that experiment. Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
Do you remember Regan, the vegan?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so he's in great shape, and he's got his pictures on Instagram. If you haven't seen him, he's blown up. He's like over 10,000 Instagram followers.
Yeah.
And every video he's got his shirt off, and Rachel and June came to visit about 2 months ago, and I had just seen Regan. And I mentioned to them, I said, did you see how his Instagram blew up? Like because he was really tiny before. He didn't really concentrate on the vegan stuff anymore. But once he became a vegan, he went that way. He went all the way. And he did that.
The other team. Yeah.
And just a second. And then so Rachel says, why don't you do that, Victor? Why don't you take off your shirt and take pictures of yourself? Okay,
anytime. Seriously, when the moment that the first thing I thought when I saw that shirt was you should take off that shirt. So,
this shirt.
I joke.
This is because this is especially for summer, because summer is coming in hot. And next Saturday I will be on an airplane headed to Florida. Wow. Yes, to visit my parents. Actually, so to bring my son to their grandparents, because that's what they want.
Before you go, I need to send you something. There's going to be a sale on Amazon online this week, and I'm pretty sure they're selling body armor like at extra low prices. You're going anywhere near Orlando?
Oh yeah, I'll be near Orlando. Yes.
Yeah, they've had a lot of, I don't know. I mean, it's crazy. They sell like AR-15s at like Kmart's and shit there, right?
I don't know, honestly. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this stuff, but I mean, I'm assuming they do.
Just don't go outside or look directly at people. I think that seems to be the best advice.
Oh God, it's really amazing what's happening. And yeah, I was echoing in my head the things that people are saying now, that you don't have to be against the cops to be to be able to protest this, right? You can just be against the killing. But people seem to think that if you protest the killing, it means you hate cops, which I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, cops have a really fucking tough job, and most of the time, 99% of the time, there's no problem. They do their job and nobody gets killed. But that 1%, it paints the whole force.
It's the same with anything. It's like the U.S. military in Okinawa. It's like with you have racist or you have criminal.
My drama vlogs. Yeah, I'm a drama whore because I make the occasional drama vlog.
That's true. That's true.
Right.
We are the 1%. It's true. Financially, socially, and racistly.
Oh, so going back to Regan though.
Yeah.
Man, if I'd like my goal, well, not my goal, but my dream job is to quit my job, all my jobs, and to go on shit diet, but work out every day.
So I'm sorry. Did you just mean to say shit diet? You want to go on a shit diet?
Like a shitty diet, not a shit diet. I'm not actually eating shit, but
you just said a shit diet. I was thinking, is this like German?
What? a junk food diet.
You needed to be that specific.
And drink alcohol every day. Drink beer.
Again, it's getting weird.
Drink alcohol, eat junk food, and exercise my ass off. And I'm betting I could compete with Regan if all I did was exercise all day.
Have you seen Super Size Me?
Yeah, but he didn't exercise. My point is exercise. You have to exercise too.
True.
I think if you exercise your ass off, then your body would still. I mean, it would of course be better if you just ate nice healthy food.
Well, there's a thing actually from.
But it would be a really good YouTube channel. People would be like, "Oh, I want to be like this guy: eat pizza and drink beer all day and be in great shape."
Yeah, well, there was a lesson from that Super Size Me documentary, which I actually took and I follow now.
Oh, I never go to McDonald's.
No, that's not it. It's that they met.
Oh, never take your picture when you're naked. Yeah, okay.
Never mind.
Go ahead.
No, so they met fit people who they met like a guy who's eaten a Big Mac every day for the last like 40 years.
Yeah.
And he was in great shape, and a healthy guy. And they asked, how is
I
it?
don't remember him. He was in the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And they asked me, "So he's such a fan of the thing?" And they asked, "Well, how come you're not like it?" Because this guy was starting to have health problems. He said, "How come you're not having problems like me?" And he said, "It's because he never has the soda, never has the fries. He just has the burgers." And this is what they focused on. It's actually the fries and the soft drink that kills you. If you can go and have a Big Mac, every day, or have a Burger King Whopper. If you have the courage to turn down the set and to just have the burger, it's just a burger. It's actually not that bad for you. So I make a point now, whenever I go to McDonald's or Burger King or whatever, which is seldom, but when I go, I make a point of resisting ordering. I'll actually carry my own order and I won't order the fries. I'll just order the burger. I'll even get two burgers sometimes, but I'll get them tumping rather than as a set.
Right, tumping. Oh, your Japanese is very good. You can say tumping.
I've been here for like 100 years, and that is the first. That's the first word I memorized. Fine. Mr. Footage, the fries are the part that will kill you. If you watch that documentary, they explain that in a lot of detail. Why it's the fries that are actually.
I saw the visual explanation at the end where the fries just stay in pristine condition like 6 months later.
Oh, but the burgers are famous for that as well. And I know people have done this. You should do this. This would be a great YouTube video. Buy a regular hamburger, like the 100-yen hamburger, and put it in your desk. And it actually, like, people leave it there for a year and 2 years, and it never gets moldy, and it never. It's kind of freaky, but
really, well,
there you go.
I never drink almost never drink soft drinks. I think I drank one two days ago in a video, but it was like it was one of those fake, YouTube healthy ones, but probably, I mean, Japanese healthy ones. But my in-laws, whenever they have a celebration, since they don't drink alcohol at all, they buy Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
And I abhor Coca-Cola. I stay away from that stuff, that black poison, right?
When you drink it, you find yourself very quickly becoming in the habit of drinking it, though, even if you don't like it. But yes, I definitely avoid it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I never drink it, and we have some in the house because they left it. They came over. We had pizza with them, and I left the Coca-Cola. And I told my wife, I said, this is really terrible thing to drink. This is really unhealthy. Do you think I should say anything, to your family about this? And they said, what they're going to say is that they're going to point out the fact that you drink alcohol.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, you say you don't drink soft drinks, but you have whiskey sodas. It's the same. It's fizzy.
I don't have whiskey sodas. I just have whiskey.
Okay. Well,
but sodas aren't bad. But
so you have hard drinks.
I suppose I could make a whiskey soda.
I did that when I was about 10.
But it has nothing in it. Soda's just water.
I remember when I was 10, my dad was cleaning a lawnmower engine, breaking it apart and so on. It was an old lawnmower and it was kind of rusty. And he said, son, come over here, let me show you something. And we got a shitty sort of plastic cup that we use for like when we were working on stuff like this. He filled it up with Coke and he put it there. And then he took out the rusty parts one by one from the lawnmower and he would put them in the Coke. And you leave it there for like 2 minutes and he'd pull it out. And it was like it had just been in an acid clean. You pull it out, all the rust has fallen off. 2
minutes?
Yeah, 1 or 2 minutes. It derusted perfectly. And he says, and people put this shit into their bodies. Yeah, you should try it. You should, if you got like rusty.
No, I know about that, but not 2 minutes seems kind of quick. I've put the rusty stuff in Coca-Cola for like a week or so.
No. It was like minutes. This was while we were working on the engine. We were putting the parts into the Coke.
So I'm walking my dog in the local jinja, and I found this.
Yeah.
See this little metallic thing?
Yeah.
And it looks okay now, but when I first found it, it was covered in rust. So I put it in Coca-Cola for a week.
Well, that'll do the job.
Now it's kind of shiny.
You're lucky you still have the metal left.
Yeah, that's right. It's true. But a week or so I can figure it out.
What is that?
I don't even. It's some kind of.
It looks like a Buddhist pachinko slot thing.
It looks like it was attached to something in the back. You can see there's some kind of metal attachment in the back. Like maybe it was a belt or I don't know. But it's a little Buddhist guy.
I'm amazed you would pick that up. But there you go.
Yeah, I pick up shit all the time. I'm always picking up shit. I'm a terrible strange person.
You're a great dog owner, but otherwise odd. Yeah.
Yeah, I pick up strange little Japanese things. My house is cluttered with shit that my wife wants me to throw away. But,
yeah.
Which I will. I've decided I'm going to have to give this room up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I came to terms with it already, and I told Yoko yesterday. I said, so I'll start figuring out how to move out of here and move into the middle room, which is between the bedroom. We have three rooms in a row.
Yeah.
This is the end room. The bedroom's on the other side, so that's where she and the baby's sleeping.
Yeah.
I sleep there too, by the way.
Yeah. So you mean you have to give up the room for the kid?
So I figure I might give the kid his room. Let him play.
Yeah.
And then I don't have to worry about all this shit. Because right now it's a death trap. Right now he comes in here. There's a metal, big, that big metal thing. Where the hell is it? Right there. You see that thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he's gonna fall and hit his head on that thing or something. He's just insane right now. He's just touching everything and jumping on everything, and you really can't leave him. You can't. He's only a year and a half old now, and seriously, I'm surprised that mother, the gorilla, the mother who lost her kid in the gorilla pen in the zoo.
Mm.
I'm not surprised at all. I mean, the kid is so fast. You really have to have your hands just on him the whole time, or a leash. I gotta get a leash. I don't know.
My wife suggested the leash thing at one point, and I was horrified, and I said no way. And frankly, my lad isn't one of those hyper kids that would need it.
This kid's mine's walking around. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that!
Yeah, but I saw this thing. Whenever I remember there was a thing where there's an episode of The Simpsons where someone developed a baby translator of what babies can say, and they put it on a baby, on a bunch of babies, and one baby which had a leash on them said. This contraption demeans us both.
I saw a guy who tied a leash to his kid's backpack. So I feel like it's just a little bit less demeaning, but
yeah, kids would just flip the backpack off and run those. So
but the backpack's got a clasp in the front. But,
yeah.
He'll figure it out.
So here's a question for you. Tomorrow is the upper house election.
A lot of my students are voting for the first time in their lives.
If you could vote, tell me right now. You are now in the polling booth. You can vote verbally. Which party? You get to vote for party and candidate. So I don't know who your candidates are, but who out of all the parties?
I really wouldn't have any idea.
If it's like Australia, it's mandatory voting. You get a jail and have to pay a fine if you don't say right now.
Yeah. Well, my wife is going to go and I asked her the same question. She said she's going to do a hakushi. Is that right?
Yeah, blank piece of paper.
Yeah, she's just going to vote for nobody. But her parents were trying to convince her tonight. We were having dinner together.
Yeah.
Her parents were saying, no, you should go for, I think they said LDP.
Her parents were encouraging us to LDP.
Yes. But honestly, I haven't been following what they're doing. I honestly don't know if Abenomics is bad or good. I mean, I hear both sides. Well, if we had so many students and I asked them the same question, everyone has opinions.
Yeah.
They like, Abenomics or they don't like it. And I have successful students on both sides of the wall, so I don't know.
Yeah.
What about you?
I actually spent
you're an informed person, so my opinion is completely irrelevant.
The thing is, I'm not, and so I actually went through tonight. Because my wife asked me for my opinion.
Really? She doesn't know. Your wife asked you for your? That's. I want to congratulate you.
The only thing I ever am allowed to. It's kind of a big deal. So I actually.
My opinion is pretty irrelevant.
And I found that there were 27 candidates running for Tokyo for 6 seats. There are 6 seats. And you also get a seat. The way it works is...
You should run, man. That's a pretty good percentage. One out of 4.
Yeah. And out of the 27 of them, something like about 10 of them don't have any homepage or social media. And one of them refuses to even have a photo posted of them online and is unemployed and 31 years old. So, there's only 20 which even actually release any information about themselves.
Wow.
So I was going through actually to weigh up which candidate's worth putting the name down for, but you get 2 votes, right? You get one for the candidate and one for the party.
Right. It
was quite interesting. Do you want to hear my summaries? I actually just tweeted them.
No, please, yeah.
Okay, we got, so who we got?
Yeah, and you're judging them on their individual stances, not on their party so much.
Yeah, I was going through weighing up for each candidate because you have a candidate vote and a party vote, although, some of them, the party makes a difference. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, you've only got basically, I wanted to put the link for the homepage of the person where it was available and name them and say what I think about them in a tweet. So there's not very much room. Mm-hmm. So the first one is Saya Takagi, who's independent but wants to legalize marijuana.
No way.
Yeah, she's all for medical marijuana, but I thought it was kind of surprising. She's got a big homepage
Yeah.
on all the medical benefits of it and legalized medical marijuana in Japan. And she's actually videos of her these.
That is amazing because marijuana is in Japan. It's just like heroin.
But you know, that's an interesting story with that. The emperor was the patron of the marijuana industry in Japan, the hemp industry of Japan, until it was shut down by GHQ. Like until the 1960s, he toured the country to marijuana growers, saying that he was going to personally make sure that their industry was protected in spite of GHQ trying to ban it.
Really?
The reason that you know,
well, I know the story in America why it was shut down, but. Same reason I'm assuming.
It was banned in Japan by GHQ before it was banned in America. And part of the reason it was banned was hemp grows naturally in Japan, right? It's an indigenous plant. It's not very strong here. But it's used in Shinto ceremonies, and it was also used for like clothing. Everything was made out of hemp. When the Americans took over, they wanted to basically force Japan to take rayon and American cotton imports. And the way that they wanted to do it was by banning hemp. So they actually shut
under the premise that hemp is bad for you.
Yeah, they just wanted to treat it as a regulated drug. They wanted to add it to that, but by doing that, they actually shut down the domestic hemp industry, which was the basis of all the clothing industry in Japan.
So when the emperor was promoting marijuana growers or hemp growers, he was not. Nobody was smoking it then.
People were smoking it, but it was.
Okay.
But the thing is, it's used in Shinto ceremonies, and he's like the head of the Shinto religion in Japan, more or less, right? Is one of the things. So it's kind of got a sacred and religious function in Shinto. You know, in sumo, you know that the mawashi and stuff that they use is made from hemp.
Even though?
Yeah.
Really?
So there are licensed farms out in Niigata or something, and they actually you can buy craft hemp beer and stuff like that in Japan that's from special licensed farms, but they need crazy sort of permits for it.
Oh, really?
So there's actually.
I bet you our friend Zach has had that.
Who knows? I'm sure
that would explain a lot of things.
Yeah. He would probably move there if he knew. But no. So the point is that actually Japan was like almost. This wouldn't have been an issue until actually the early 1950s when it became. And since it was made illegal, now it's like it's as bad as heroin or cocaine or whatever. And it's kind of hard to imagine going back. But no, it was actually kind of, not a big deal at all. In fact, totally normal until that time. It was kind of part of the culture for a long time in Japan. So that's interesting.
Yeah. So, for those of you who don't quite get what we're saying regarding marijuana, in Japan, the average Japanese person does consider marijuana to be just as bad as any drug. They don't have the ability to distinguish between.
Yeah, there's no like you'll get a lot of people in New Zealand or America who will say smoking is addictive, so it's worse than marijuana, or they'll say that alcohol makes people violent, whereas marijuana mellows people up. People will compare drugs in terms of addictiveness. However, in Japan, the idea of comparing tobacco and marijuana, saying, well, marijuana is not addictive or something like that, is completely outrageous because one is illegal and one's legal. And it's ridiculous to even compare something that's illegal with something that's legal to Japanese. It's actually advocating criminal activity, and you should shut up, is what most will say. So,
and that's why I tell everyone, do not advocate drugs in Japan.
Everyone will. Yeah,
you'll just be looked at as a wacko, a criminal. So I'm really surprised that she's supporting it. So sorry, let's get back to her. So what did you say?
They're 27. So I just said, I've only got a tweet. So I said candidate 1. So I just said, so 6 of these Muppets will represent Tokyo. Candidate 1, Saya Takagi, medical marijuana advocate page.
So you didn't say it. You like it or?
No, I didn't say the view. I just was summarizing in a tweet what each candidate is.
Okay.
So you can tell me which 6 you want to get. You got 6 choices from these. Okay. I get the feeling you already support candidate 1.
Yeah, I'm for her. She's a woman. We need more women in the government.
Candidate 2, Mariko Suzuki. She is she's in a party run by an elderly former actress that wants to abolish Article 9.
Oh wow, a right winger.
Yeah. Candidate 3, Yasuo Tanaka. He's the former Nagano governor. He's kind of a celebrity governor in Japan, and he's actually a member of the Osaka Ishin no Kai. Personally, I put on the tweet, I actually kind of like this guy, actually, as a politician. He's actually kind of an interesting guy. But he's running for the Osaka Ishin no Kai. Candidate 4, unaffiliated 80-year-old old guy from Adachi, which is like the ghetto. It's like Compton of Tokyo. No homepage or social media.
Yeah. By the way, being from the Compton of Tokyo, it's nothing like Compton.
No. It's like Compton without the crime.
Compton without the crime and just a lot of old people.
It's just a lot of poor old people who are very polite and don't commit crimes.
I can say anything is like the Compton.
Well, all things being relative within Japan, but yes, I mean, there's a lot of parking tickets. It's crazy.
If you want to go park illegally, don't go. Yeah, that's the place to do it. Compton, man.
That's
a lot of
right.
illegal parkers.
Hey, people don't give a shit about where they park in Compton, from what I've seen in the movies.
They don't even use wheel; they just use cement blocks. But go ahead.
Next one, candidate number 5, Reina Masuyama, a socialist, which is the former North Korean affiliated party in Japan. She's the founder of a kawaii anti-war dance idol group.
Idol group.
Yeah, but she's a kawaii anti-war, anti-Iraq war idol group who's representing the North Korean government-affiliated Socialist Party.
Wow.
Now
North Korean representative.
Well, they used to be. They've actually broken off the ties with North Korea after the abduction thing. But the Socialist Party in Japan is actually slightly more wacky than the communists. But anyway, well, I'll continue.
Okay.
Number 6, Yukio Iwasaka. No affiliation, no SNS, no homepage. He says he's a contract employee, and he looks a little bit like Ralph from the Muppets. You know, the piano-playing dog?
Yeah, I know Ralph.
He's got the hair. He looks kind of sad, and he's got the bald thing on top.
I don't know why I know that, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So he looks like Ralph. Candidate number 7, Tokuma. They're all in katakana, so I wrote it in big letters. He's a singer from the ironically named Peace and Prosperity, the Kofuku Jitsu Gento. The Peace and Prosperity Party, which is, have you ever looked up that party?
No.
They put candidates everywhere. They're actually, if you go to their homepage, they are an apocalyptic cult. That they want to bring about the end of the world by having Japan arm itself with nuclear weapons and attack China. And they call themselves the Peace and Prosperity Party.
Hold on, what number is it? What number are they?
What
number? What was the Peace and Prosperity candidate number?
That's number 7.
Number 7, okay.
Yeah, so
yeah, I don't like them.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I just realized I counted wrong. Next one should be 8, but it's 7. It's another one. It's a hippie singer. He's basically anti-radiation and anti-changing the constitution. He's supported by Taro Yamamoto, and he's a singer, songwriter.
Okay, I like him. I'm for him. Number 8, he's in. Number 8 so far.
Yeah. So the other, number 8, I counted twice. So sorry about this. Mitsuo Matayoshi, he has no homepage, no SNS. He's not affiliated to any party. He's 72 years old, and apparently he has a lot of free time. Candidate number 9, Taku Yamazoi. He's a communist. He's a qualified lawyer. Most of his parties actually make sense, and he looks kind of good looking for a communist. I said pretty fly for a comrade guy.
Number 9?
Yeah, that's number 9. I also made a comment that actually JCP voters are like Brexit voters. People who vote for them agree with most of what they complain about, but are terrified of them actually ever winning power.
Oh, just like Brexit.
Yeah, just like Brexit, basically. It's just a really good thing to use for complaining. Candidate 9, I counted again. There's Toshiko Takia from Komeito. So if you're a member of SG of the religion, that's the candidate that you are required to vote for. I also comment on Komeito that
you're required to vote for them.
Wow. Yeah. You're actually ordered by the religion that you have to go vote for them. From what I understand, although they're not, they're supposed to be not affiliated, but they are. There is a thing with Komeito. You know Komeito, right?
Yeah, of course, they're big. Yeah,
so they're part of the government, right?
It used to be a bigger part of the government. I think they're a little bit weaker now, right?
So they're still pretty big, but they help the LDP keep it in power. So the idea is that if you don't want to vote for the Democrats, for the DPJ, you might want to vote for Komeito just because they are kind of holding back Abe from going like full crazy.
So hold on, aren't they? They're like Nichiren Buddhists or something?
No, they're not Nichiren Buddhists. No, this is the whole point. They are the anti-Nichiren Buddhists. They're Buddhists, but they're a breakaway group.
Oh, okay.
But they are the biggest, what do they call, lay Buddhist organization. They're as big as Nichibenrin, but they're not part of it. and so they've got this kind of feud between different. Those are the two biggest Buddhist organizations in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to get into that stuff anyway.
Okay. Yeah.
But anyway, you might want to vote for them just as a way of supporting Abenomics, but not voting for Abe. Wanting to just keep them in check. Because they're very pro-foreigner.
You're voting, okay. They like Abenomics, but they're against Abe.
Yeah, so they don't want Abe changing the constitution, or they don't want Abe being super right-wing, but they want to keep Abenomics. Some people might vote for them because they will oppose changes to the constitution, and they're very foreigner-friendly and all this sort of stuff. So they'll keep LDP focused on the economics, and not let them go crazy with the other right-wing stuff, which some of the extreme people want to do because they're not right-wing at all. Actually, comment.
And so that's number 10, right?
That's number 10.
Okay.
Then there's a Tatsu Suzuki, who is a that's right. He's the ex-union. He's a lawyer and the ex-head of the NHK employee union. He's got a page that he wants to start a workers' revolution, and he wants to bring down the Abe government with a nationwide strike.
Wow.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Pretty bold.
Tatsu also gets bonus points for being the oldest candidate at 80 years old or something who actually has a homepage. The next one is
you put his homepage there, right?
Yeah, put his homepage there. The next one is Kaori Sato, who is the head of a women's NPO, and she wants to power Japan with women's rights. Yay. I've got his candidate 12, Masaharu Tanaka, who's the current LDP member.
I thought that was, hold on. The woman who wants to power Japan, I thought that was number 12 already.
The numbers are off. Sorry, that was 11 on my count, but I think I was doing tweets one at a time, and I couldn't see the old tweets, so I think I got the count wrong.
Okay. So what's the woman who wants to empower women?
I called her candidate 11 on the tweet.
Kaori what?
But it's probably actually 13. I double counted some of them. Twice, so sorry about that.
So what's her name? Kaori what?
Kaori Sato.
Sato, okay, go ahead.
So the next one is Masaru Tanaka, who's like the sitting LDP representative, the guaranteed guy who's got the safe seat.
Right.
And it's kind of funny. I did note on the profile photo, he is the winner of the easiest to guess that this guy is definitely LDP by photo contest. You just look at the photo.
Really?
He's got this big smile on his face, the barcode hairstyle, the suit. You just instantly know that this guy is the
barcode hairstyle.
Yeah. The comb of it. You can just tell he's the LDP guy.
Hey, can I time out for a second and ask you a question?
Yeah.
So someone the other day told me they said that if you were going bald, brave thing to do is to shave the whole thing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You agree?
Of course. Well, at least keep it short. That's what I do. Yeah.
Well, I don't think that's brave. I think the brave thing to do is to let it grow out and keep and show your baldness.
Yeah, well,
that's brave. That's not. But I mean, I'm not saying I would do that either. But
I don't know if it's.
But it's not brave. But it's not braver to actually look better. The smarter move to shave everything off. I wouldn't say it's a braver move.
Yeah, the braver thing would be to do the stupid thing that makes you look like an ass, which is to let it grow it out. Yeah. So you're right about that.
Okay, just wanted to verify.
Yeah, I concur with your opinion.
Okay. A rarity, folks.
You're going to like the next one, Nobuyuki Suzuki. He's got a fascinating blog, which I linked to. If you are a foreigner, he actually wants you to fuck yourself and go home.
Oh, let's vote for him.
He's got a Let's Protect Japan page, and he's actually he's got these blog entries of going around Tokyo. He said, look at Shibuya. There are masses of foreigners trying to entice unmarried Japanese workers into marrying them. He goes around parts of town checking if you say konnichiwa, how many people will respond to him in foreign languages.
I've thought, really? In foreign languages?
He wants to make immigration into Japan condition.
In foreign language? Who would respond in foreign language if you say konnichiwa?
Apparently he gets a few ni haos and good mornings back, and he was doing a thing on this. He also, as one of his policies, is that anyone who wants to immigrate to Japan will be required to pass a Japan loyalty test. You should have a look. It's a great page. You should read the blog.
What's his name?
Nobuyuki Suzuki. I've got the blog. I've got the link on my blog.
This is all on your blog. This is not on tweets.
Sorry, tweets. I'm sorry, it's tweets.
Yeah, I'm on your page right now.
He's candidate 13. He's candidate number 13 on Twitter. You can see.
Yeah, I'm looking right now. Yeah.
Yeah. He actually wants you to shove it up your own ass and go. That's a good one.
Yeah. I'm gonna retweet this one.
Yeah.
I like reading this one.
So the next one is Toshio Ogawa, who's member of the DPJ. He was actually a member of the previous the government under Prime Minister Noda. And he's very keen to get elected again and do nothing, just like he did under Noda. So the next one is really good. The next one is the best looking guy.
He's a good looking guy. He looks like a tennis player.
Kentaro Asahi. He's from
beach volleyball. Okay.
Beach volleyball, not just any sort of volleyball.
That's true.
He was
Beach
Olympic
volleyball, yeah.
representative of beach volleyball. You go to his page, it's got pictures of him all tan in his speedos, like jumping up. And his main policy is to remain good looking throughout the entire term that he is elected.
You're kidding me. That's what he said? No.
But it's pretty obvious the way that they're marketing.
Oh my God. This page looks more like he's selling like health goods or something.
Yeah, well, he is. I mean, that's his policy. His policy is to be healthy and good looking and to keep getting votes for it.
Wow. Interesting.
And I think he might be selling Speedos with his face on the private parts or something. I don't know. But, you know, I would
his final picture is him in khakis and no shoes, no socks.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, it's funny. You know how there's that thing, how when you're really good looking, you can like pretty much wear anything and get away with it. But when you're not good looking, you try to copy a good looking person and it doesn't work. So probably I couldn't pose like with the bare feet and stuff like that, but he can do it, you know. So
good looking guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy. So, you know, that's safe votes for the LDP. The next one, candidate 16, is Hidetoshi Yanagisawa. He doesn't have any information on the Yomiuri page, but I have seen his billboard. It's got a big picture of him in a doctor's suit, like a white coat. He says that he's a doctor, and the only information he gives is that he will cure Japan. So maybe you like doctors.
I'm looking at this picture now. Yeah, he looks like a proctologist or something.
Yeah. If you actually search his name like on the billboards in Tokyo, you can see it's just.
I can tell he's not very happy. He's looking at anuses all day. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Well, which would be perfect preparation for working in Parliament.
So a perpetual frown on his face. But the other guy, the volleyball player, he looks very happy. Yeah.
But you see, so it's almost deliberate that they put the proctologist next to the, Top Gun team. So candidate 17 is Koki Kobayashi. He's from the Ikari no Koe party, the Pissed Off People's Party. I was trying to figure out what the party's about, so I was actually reading through its whole principles. But basically, they just hate everybody.
You are a dedicated blogger, let me tell you.
Yeah, they hate the government because they're like lying politicians, and they hate the opposition because they're lying politicians. So they're saying, vote for us and make us politicians. It doesn't really make sense if you think about it. But
he's like Trump. He's like Trump, right?
He hates politicians, but he wants to become one. Candidate 19, Kimiaki Harada. He's got no affiliation, no SNS, no homepage. He's 39 years old, so you think he would be the top Luddite because he doesn't have any links to any information about himself. He's actually not the worst person. 18, Renho. You know about Renho, right?
Oh, yeah, she's beautiful.
Yeah, she used to be an Asahi Super Dry Beer girl. She was a calendar girl.
I didn't know that about her. She's actually from Taiwan or Hong Kong?
Her mother is from... Now, wait a minute. Her father is from Taiwan.
Okay.
Her mother is Japanese.
She was caught up in some scandal where she took some photo shots for a magazine in the actual official building of where she works, and it was against the rules, and there was a big scandal last year or two years ago.
Well, she's kind of Italian. She's probably most famous for when there were like budget cuts, when they were dragging bureaucrats in and trying to slash their budgets. They were saying, why do you need this budget for this new supercomputer? And they said, well, we need to keep our position as the #1 supercomputer in the world. And she said, why do you have to be number one?
That's right.
And I kind of put a comment on, she's famous for asking, why do we need to be #1 in budget cuts? And now a lot of people might be asking why Renho needs to be in the top 6. Surely she could just be satisfied with number 7 and not in Parliament. But anyway, candidate number 20, Katsuhito Yokoyume. He's unaffiliated lawyer, and he's campaigning that he wants all politicians to receive 0 pay.
Wow. Well, that'll never fly.
Well, yeah, he won't get votes from any of the lawmakers anyway. Candidate number 21.
I see he's jumped from 18 to 20. I see.
Yeah, it's
That's all right. And you don't drink. That's okay.
No, this is actually old age. So candidate 20, that's area 20. It's 21, Fumihiko Otsuki, again, unaffiliated with any party, doesn't have a homepage, doesn't have any SNS. He's 49 years old and he has a kind of a poofy hairstyle.
I gotta check the hairstyle.
It's not even really very poofy, actually, but it's all I could say.
It's a bad hairstyle.
It's pretty bad.
It looks like bed. It looks like bed hair.
And you know, and while I'm not one to criticize people's hairstyles, you know,
You can criticize people's hairstyles.
well, here's the thing, you know, if you have it, you should treasure it and look after it and have a good hairstyle. I mean, you know, believe me, as someone who, it's like seeing a rich person who has like a swimming pool full of like jelly or something like that, you know, when it's just not a good use of something which we all want but can't have.
Right.
And you have it, but you're wasting it. Don't do that with that hair, please. You know, treat it. You don't know how long it's going to be there. Candidate number 22, no information on this guy at all. His name's Hitoshi Sato and he's got a photo, and so I figure he just wants to get everyone else called Sato to vote for him. If that happens, he could probably get in.
Wow.
Well, he doesn't have any position other than his name is just there. The next one's Ryoji Samejima, no party, no SNS, no homepage, no information, no hope.
Yeah, I'm looking at his katagaki. There's
like nothing.
He doesn't support any party.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So these, now we're getting to the tail end where they're all pretty dodgy. There's Takashi Fukae, who's again no info, and I'm guessing his wife. He really hopes that his wife doesn't find out that he registered to run. The next one seems like a nice person. Hiroyuki Fushiro doesn't have any information, but I actually looked up their information because they announced that they gave the name of an NPO he's affiliated with, which is actually an affiliated an NPO that finds jobs for disabled people.
Sorry, but in between that, you have something that says Amazon Alexa deals will make you shout out your shopping list. What is that?
Sorry, so I because when I mark stuff on my reader, I have a IFTTT that spreads them out so I don't like bombard people with too many tweets at once. So this is just going out this time of night.
Okay, sorry.
So I read that earlier this morning. But yeah.
So sorry. Back to Hiroyuki Fushiro. You actually like him.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can't not like a person who runs a company that places disabled people in jobs.
Yeah.
Okay. Right? I mean,
of course.
It's like there's something about Mary, right? When they're trying to create the perfect, woman who's impossible to dislike, and her job is working with disabled people, and it's like that guy comes out, I love retards, when he wants to pick her up. It's like you can't. It's like just about the least dislikable thing that you can do.
Okay, so that's 25. So I'm gonna put him in my top 6.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you're right. You gotta support people who like retards.
Yeah. Candidate 26, Kenji Himeji. He's just self-declared head of the World Peace Party, and no other information. So I don't know.
Is there a World Peace Party?
I don't know. According to this guy, there isn't. He's in charge of it. The next one's the best one. The next one.
Oh no! Really? Is this true? You're kidding me.
So he wants to represent the upper house in Tokyo.
No picture.
No picture. He actually requested that the Yomiuri not put a picture of him.
の希望で顔写真は what does that say? 掲載しません. Okay.
Yeah, he actually asked.
By request, he's asked them not to show his picture.
He's campaigning for upper house elections, and he's actually asked that they not post his photo or information about him. So all that they can put on is that he's unemployed and lives in Yokohama, which frankly is what the crime news sounds like most of the time.
Wow.
You know how most stories they say Mushoku in Taiwan? That's pretty much. This guy doesn't even live in Tokyo.
Unemployed. Yeah.
He doesn't even live in Tokyo. He's 31 years old, so you have to pay a lot of money to register to join the election.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not cheap. He's registered, but he's also registered, and he only seems to have spent what money he spent on campaigning, begging newspapers not to publish information about him.
Wow.
And so I've put the comment after that I'm pretty sure he's 31 years old, and he lives in Yokohama, and he's unemployed, and he's registered for the upper house election. I'm pretty sure his mum probably would say he's not a candidate for the Senate rep for Tokyo. He's just a very naughty boy.
We gotta find this guy.
And the final candidate is a welfare campaign.
How much does it cost to register? Any idea?
I don't know, but obviously not enough.
Keep out the rabble. Sorry, last one.
And the last one is just a welfare campaigner, is what she calls herself, Katsuko Inumaru. So the point is, you get to the tail end and it starts to really sort of peter out. So 6 of these people are going to get elected. And if you look at the credible candidates, I don't think there are even 6 credible candidates to choose from this list.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 8. I've got 9 that that kind of stood out.
Okay, well, tell me who they are.
Okay, well, of course, the medical marijuana girl.
Medical marijuana girl.
Number 1.
National Parliament would be interesting to throw in the mix. Yeah.
Number 7B. You had 2 7, so
yeah,
the singer.
Which one? The hippie, but not from the Armageddon Party.
Right. Yeah. The singer. Who?
Oh, you are out there. You are lefty dope smoking. I got it.
Oh yeah. And the good-looking lawyer, number 9. I don't know why.
Communist.
The communist, yes.
Comrade guy. Yeah. Okay.
I might throw him out though. The number 10, I just wrote I don't know why.
Let's recap. So your first 3 are a hippie anti-radiation campaigner, a marijuana advocate, and a communist lawyer. Keep going.
Yes. What about number 10? Who was number 10? I forgot.
I
wrote down number 10. I liked.
That is the guy who wants to bring down Abe with a workers' revolution and national strike.
Oh, I forget about him. That's a wasted vote. Get rid of him. Okay.
He wants a world revolution of workers.
Who's the one who hates foreigners? Nobuyuki Suzuki.
Nobuyuki Suzuki. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to vote for him, but I'm just going to remember his name.
He's on your list.
Well, you know what? He was on my list, but more as a joke. He'll never get elected, so.
So I told you, you must be down to 6 now, unless you still only got 3 in that case.
I just deleted 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got to get rid of 1.
Keep going through it.
Katsu Suzuki, NHK Workers' Revolution, 80 years old with a homepage. Forget about him. He'll be dead before.
Well,
number 11.
We've only got 3 so far. So
I've got medical marijuana 1, 7B the singer, 9 the good-looking lawyer, number 12 Kaori Sato who wants women's rights.
The feminist. So you got a feminist. Medical marijuana, communist lawyer, and a hippie singer. Yep.
And then Renho to kind of balance it out.
Renho. So Renho's kind of mainstrein. I suggested Renho to my wife when she said, "Who should I vote for?" And I said, "Well, how about Renho?" And she said, "Go back and try that one again." She sent me. She returned my homework and told me to do it again. Okay, well, that's 5. Renho.
I don't know. She seems like a classy woman.
I actually don't mind her. Yeah. So that's 5. Who else you got?
And the last one is Hiroyuki Fush, number 25. Number 25, the guy who hires handicapped people.
Yeah, that's right. The guy who likes retards. The guy who loves retards.
Head of NPO for employing disabled people, yeah.
Well, there you go.
Okay. So you're going to tell us who you like, or?
Well, so to tell the truth, I haven't actually done my own list yet, so let's go through.
You've done a lot more homework than I have, so.
Having actually read each one of these, going through, the medical round. So the thing is, you only get to choose 1 candidate, though. So you've got 6. If you could only vote for one of those 6, you got 1 vote, though. You to give away. It'd be cool if you had 6 votes. 6 people will get in, but who would you give your vote to?
I guess I'd have to go to the retard lover.
The retard lover.
I think that would be the least basic vote. I mean, the nicest human being.
Well, yeah, but there again, they're not affiliated to any party, so they've probably got the lowest chance of actually getting in which case your vote for them would be wasted. I mean, I would say they probably don't have a realistic chance.
Okay, what about 7B? Was that your end or my end?
That was your end.
Okay. Oh, if the kid's crying.
Might be. If you got to go, you got to. That's the hippie singer. The anti-radiation guy.
Peace and prosperity guy. He's affiliated with who? Want Armageddon War? No, hold on. Secret with that. Oh, that's Peace and Prosperity. That's a different one.
Yeah. But 7B. So you said 7B. So I've got you. Okay. He's affiliated with Taro Yamamoto, who is kind of super hippie. He's like anti-radiation, anti-Abe, like a hippie singer.
Wow.
And you know what? That's a good vote because he's probably right on that line of whether he makes the top 6 or not. So a vote for
have you seen his picture? He looks like a real hippie.
Yeah. Well, I said he's a hippie, right? I put it.
I know, but I thought you were being,
No, he's an actual hippie.
He's an actual hippie.
He's an actual.
He looks smelly.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be close enough to smell him. I mean, which would be.
He wears his baseball cap on backwards. I don't like that.
And he doesn't shave.
I don't mind the shaving thing, but wearing
But
your baseball cap.
wait a minute. I told you he was a hippie, and now you don't want him because he's got a baseball cap on backwards.
No, if you're a hippie, then that's all right. But wearing your baseball cap on backwards is just
That's kind of not really hippie. It's more homey, isn't it? But his philosophy is hippie. So you don't want to vote for him? Then who else?
Well, if I throw him out, then what about number one? Who's she associated with? Does she have a chance?
No, she's you know what I would say in Tokyo, I don't think she has a chance. She's unaffiliated and she's campaigning for medical marijuana. And probably most of the medical marijuana people are going to vote for the cap backwards person, you know, hippie guy instead.
You're right. That's how bad it is.
I don't know how I couldn't imagine a candidate actually getting elected to parliament on a pro marijuana platform at the moment in Japan. Well, that'd be kind of cool if it happened.
You know what would be really cool is if we got behind one candidate and just promoted the fuck out of them.
Well, we've got 24 hours. She might go to jail for it.
Really?
Because they're not allowed to campaign in the final 24 hours before voting, which we are now in that zone, and they have to cease all campaigning activities, including social media. So if we promote that person and it looks like we're doing it for them, you know, like as like volunteers, that person could actually go to jail.
Wow. Oh, that's interesting. I'm on her Facebook now.
Yeah.
And she likes the handsome Canadian Prime Minister, I can see. Pictures of him on there.
Well, they both like weed, so that makes sense.
Yeah. What does she usually do? And do you know what her day job is?
I didn't actually hire a private investigator to check it all the detail on her. Yeah, I skimmed over her page. I don't know.
It would be really fun to become friends with one of these people in the future and to just promote the fuck out of them.
Yeah. Well,
but maybe if she wants to run again, maybe we should try to get her on the show or something.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? I mean, why not? She might say yes if she loses. She's got nothing else to do, right?
Happy in Japan makes an excellent point here. We could just promote the candidate that we don't want to have win. So from that perspective, we could actually, like, you know, for example, we could promote the hell out of Nobuyuki Suzuki.
Nobuyuki Suzuki, yeah.
Because, you know, it is a thing where sometimes this happens in Japan. You have long-term residents like Taiwanese or Koreans who adopt Japanese names. And so you don't know that they're foreign. And they make a donation. And then people find out later that this foreigner made a donation. It's illegal to receive campaign donations.
It's illegal. Yeah. And there's a big scandal.
And some people have been,
Who was it? Do you remember?
There have been a few of these, but a few people have kind of been entrapped. And I think, honestly, some of these groups do it to them on purpose sometimes. They want to use it to blackmail them or to get rid of people that they don't like. They just give like a simple donation, but they've been forced to resign for it. So, you know, it'd be kind of funny for an anti-immigration party to, you know, get shut down because they received donations from foreigners. But there you go.
So we could basically get rid of him. Hey, quick question for you. Have you ever wanted to be, do you want Japanese citizenship?
No. I mean, well, let me qualify that. I would, if there was dual citizenship, which I can't imagine ever happening in Japan, if they ever allowed it, yeah, I would jump straight for it. But I wouldn't ever give up my New Zealand citizenship, you know, for Japanese citizenship. In terms of, for what I want, I'm perfectly comfortable on my permanent residence. The only real material difference between being a permanent resident and being a citizen is voting. You know, and I would like to vote. That's true, but I wouldn't want to sacrifice my New Zealand citizenship and the benefits of that, and the benefits that my kid, you know, that my son can have from that, simply to be able to, you know, vote. Frankly, for one of these candidates, they're not worth it.
That's true. Yeah. I agree. Same thing with me. I'm not really interested in Japanese citizenship.
By the way, Harry, I've got a New Zealander in the comments, so I'm just going to say, hey, Harry, and it's like 4:00 in the morning for you at the moment, so thank you for joining.
Wow. We suddenly got an uptick in comments here. But we should go through this before we say goodnight.
Yeah.
Let's see. No, that was really interesting, Hiko. I think this kind of video is not going to be interesting to a lot of people because politics is generally not that interesting. But I really liked it. Yeah.
Well,
Thanks.
it's,
That was interesting. That was really-
it's actually, this is actually practical. Tomorrow, so we can do an update next week. We can actually talk about.
Except I'll be in Florida.
Oh, you'll be in Florida.
But you should do it. Well, you do it, and I'll watch.
I should clarify that. So you're going to be in Florida until when?
Until the third. Well, the next show I can do is the 30th, or whatever.
August.
No, July.
Okay, so we can do the 30th, but then I'm going to be away on the 12th and the 19th of August. So
okay.
Yeah, it'll be a bit, all
right. Well, go ahead and do it if you can. I mean, try to get. I'm sure you'll find someone.
But in any case,
or take a break.
Well, you know what? Probably actually tomorrow night on Tokyo Tonight on my show. By then we'll have the results when I'm tomorrow night. So you've seen the list. I'll be able to tell you tomorrow who the 6 people who made it in will be by this time tomorrow night, which will be interesting. You've now had my very short introduction and assessment.
Yeah. Okay, so tomorrow at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. I'll walk through.
You guys check out Hiko Simon tomorrow at 11 o'clock to see which of these losers are actually winners.
If Victor actually picked any winners or not. Yeah. So sorry. Also, what was you were asking something else just before?
No, just about
the comments.
Just about who I forgot, but
yeah.
I don't remember. Something. What was it? I don't remember.
Yeah.
So so who's your wife going to vote for?
So we talked about this. She actually looked through and she said she actually read the actual policy profiles for each person, which I didn't do. I just did tweet with. She actually said the communist looks like the best choice, and I said, "Well, you're actually going to vote for a communist?" And she's like, "It's pretty lame, but it's that bad that she would actually she's going to consider it." Which actually I kind of get. Well, like I said, it's like the Brexit thing. You know that they're never going to actually win, but them being there in Parliament, basically they're kind of the most. When you hear everyone complaining about stuff, the communists are pretty good at it. They always sound very reasonable. But I think they can sound reasonable because they know that they're never going to have the responsibility of actually being in power. So they're a good party. They're a good protest vote. And if you want to, I actually said, who I suggested was Yasuo Tanaka, who is the former Nagano governor. The Osaka Ishinokai. If I had
I like him. Well, I like Ishinokai. I have some good memories of that. I don't know why.
Yeah. If I had my one vote, I would vote for the Osaka Ishinokai candidate Yasuo Tanaka. But my wife probably isn't going to agree with me on that. But I'll give my 2 cents on that anyway. I actually suggest, and remember, I did suggest Renho first, and she told me to fuck off, basically. So
really, Renho first.
I suggested, when I looked at in terms of, I recognized her name, and it made sense a while ago, but not now. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've met your wife a couple times. She's stylish, and I would say that Renho's stylish. So
yeah,
they've got that.
But Renho's taken a lot of damage over the last few years, not looks wise, but in terms of she's been under such sustained attack. Now that she's kind of been picked apart, she doesn't have the same credibility that she used to have.
Oh, really?
Which is a shame, but I still don't. I don't mind it. If I got multiple votes, I would do that. But yeah.
So for everyone and anyone who's interested, please check out Hiko Simon's @Hiko Simon on Twitter.
Yeah,
you can see the full list of everybody.
Yeah, in Tokyo. To be clear, these are for the upper house, the Senate candidates for Tokyo. And I did my quick assessment, given that this is where I would vote if I could vote.
Oh, I forgot to ask you. Well, are you doing another Creators Day
Yes, September 3rd. And I haven't done any preparation for it. I've just been.
That's right. The same day as our party, September 3rd.
Yeah.
I have one here in Nagoya on July 29th. Our first one was really good, and then we've got another one September something. I think it's right after Bruno. So Tokyo. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about this.
Well, if it's a planned event, if it's an announced event, you can talk about it, I think. But you can't give too many details about the program, is what I understand.
Okay. I'm going to
how it works.
I'm going to California.
Oh, that one. You're going to go?
Yeah.
Bastard. I really want to go.
I'm going to California to visit YouTube headquarters. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
In September for 3 days.
and you shouldn't say anything more, I think.
Yeah, I think that's all. Okay. So it's September for 3 days, and then it'll be after our party.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Lucky bastard. I would love. Yeah. Well, there you go. That's, yeah. I could comment, but
I'd
no,
love
we shouldn't talk
to
about
meet Tanaka, but he's down in LA, isn't he?
it. Well, I mean, it's America. Everything's close.
Who's in San Francisco?
Who?
Anyone we would know?
Everyone's the YouTuber that I can think of is in LA.
Yeah.
You know, Ken Tanaka, Kat McDowell.
Cat McDowell. Yeah.
Yeah, I would totally. I'd love to go to LA. I've never been before.
By the way, we have to say congratulations to Sayuli for having a baby.
Oh, yes.
And Abel just had a baby today.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Abel, yeah, it was just on Facebook a few minutes ago.
Cool.
Abel, we've met him a few times on YouTube.
Indeed.
At the YouTube parties, but anyway, we're gonna be gone. But hey, I'm gonna pop in tomorrow night and see. I'm gonna see. I'm really curious about what happens tomorrow night. So I'll see you tomorrow night on your show.
Yeah.
I'll be in the comments.
Cool.
All right, great.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Have a good night there.
And please check out Hiko Simon's tomorrow night show at 11 p.m. on his channel. And I'll see you when I see you.
Yeah. Well, yeah, safe trip.
Yeah, thanks. Peace out. Good night. And I'm hitting the button now. Okay.